Okay, so picture this. It's late evening in Los Angeles. Flashes are going off everywhere at the Netflix Tudum Theater.
Right.
The air is just thick with expectation. It's the premiere of Being Eddie, the big Eddie Murphy documentary.
A huge night for him.
A huge night. But the real headline, the moment that made everyone freeze, it didn't come from the star.
No, it came from his daughter, Bria Murphy Xavier.
She walked that red carpet, and her fashion choice, this tight bodycon dress, it was a deliberate, non-verbal unveiling.
The cameras flashed. The crowd froze.
Hmm.
And just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
Join us, Jordan and Jamie, as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today, we're not just talking about a pregnancy announcement. This is, it's a masterclass in old Hollywood media strategy.
And a really complex family dynasty.
Well, absolutely. So let's get right into it. The big headline is that Bria Murphy Xavier and her husband, Michael Xavier, are expecting their first child.
Which is Eddie Murphy's third grandchild. But, the real story here, the thing that jumped out, was how she announced it.
Right. This is a highly controlled, really strategic reveal. The first thing you notice is the complete absence of a social media post.
No official pregnancy post anywhere.
Nothing. She just completely bypassed Instagram, which, that's the standard playbook these days, right? A polished post at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday.
She rejected that entirely. She chose the premiere, Wednesday, November 12, 2025, at this huge Netflix event for her dad.
And that choice is so powerful. By stepping onto an A-list red carpet, she guaranteed things that social media just can't.
Like what? What's the main advantage?
Control. Pure and simple. First, you get guaranteed high-quality professional photographs. We're talking multiple Getty Images credits.
So every picture out there is vetted, high-res, and glamorous, not a screenshot from a friend's story.
Exactly. And second, she tied the timing of her personal news directly to a major industry event.
It's that symbiotic PR strategy we see sometimes. This wasn't just a great announcement for Bria.
It was a massive injection of buzz for her father's documentary. It was a mutually beneficial media loop.
So the family news drives attention to the film.
And the film's premiere lends prestige to the family news. It's brilliant.
It is. It just feels so old school, like something a star from the 40s would do. This show, don't tell, reveal.
And it proves that the exclusive A-list event still has immense power, maybe even more power now because it's so rare.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists and strategic plays, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier family secrets and media fairs coming up next.
Oh, yeah. Because to really get why this level of control was so important, you have to understand the Murphy dynasty itself.
It's sprawling, to say the least.
That's one word for it. The number that jumped out from the sources is, it's pretty shocking. Eddie Murphy has 10 children.
10 children.
With 5 different women.
Wow. And when you dig into the timeline, it gets even more complex.
It really does.
Yeah.
So get this. Bria, who is 35 and the center of this story, was born in November 1989. Her parents are Eddie and his ex-wife, Nicole Mitchell.
Okay.
But Eddie's oldest child, Eric Murphy, his son, with Paulette McNeely, was born in July of that same year.
Wait. So his 2 eldest children, born to 2 different women?
Arrived just over 4 months apart in 1989.
I had no idea. That definitely adds some context to why PR management has probably been a huge part of his entire career.
A massive part.
Yeah.
And this new baby will be his 3rd grandchild, joining Miles Murphy's 2 kids, Evie and Zuri Liv. It's this growing institution.
And it's not just growing, it's forming these new Hollywood alliances.
Yes. The other big story happening at the same time is the engagement of his son, Eric.
To Jasmine Lawrence.
Daughter of comedy legend Martin Lawrence.
You're literally blending 2 of the biggest comedy families of the last 40 years.
It's a true legacy event. And it gave us this great little anecdote from Martin Lawrence, who was on the radio.
Oh, I heard about this.
He was joking that Eddie was trying to make him pay for their kid's wedding.
Right, because Eddie had already paid for so many of his other kids' ceremonies.
It's funny, but it also shows you the sheer scale of what it means to be a Murphy in Hollywood.
For sure. But wait till you hear how the media machine handled Bria's news. Because her visual control was perfect, but the reaction to her silence was, well, it was a mess.
A total mess. It's a twist of incompetence nobody saw coming. This created what we're calling a narrative vacuum.
So there were these huge, amazing photos.
But a complete lack of any new direct quotes from Bria or her husband or even from Eddie. Nothing. They gave the media the image, but zero statements.
So journalists had the what, but they didn't have the why or the how. How did they
No.
fill that void?
Compensatory journalism. They started digging through archives to find old quotes to give the story emotional weight.
And some of these quotes were really old.
Oh, incredibly old. To talk about the co-parenting relationship between Eddie and Nicole Mitchell, Bria's mom, several outlets used a quote from Nicole from 2012.
12 years ago. They used a 12-year-old quote about them being friends as context for a 2025 pregnancy story.
Just narrative padding. Pure filler. And they did the same thing for Eddie's reaction.
They couldn't get a new quote from him about being a grandfather again.
Nope. So they pulled a quote from 2020 where he was talking about Bria's art career. He said he was glad people get to see how talented she is.
About her art?
About her art.
Mhm.
And it was repurposed to sound like this general loving statement about the pregnancy. They were just scrambling.
That's lazy, for sure. But it's nothing compared to the other error we found, the critical data integrity failure.
This one is genuinely absurd. One of the media summaries that aggregated the news explicitly claimed, and I'm quoting here, that Bria Murphy's mother-in-law, Nala Wayans, posted on Instagram.
Hold on. Nala Wayans.
Mhm.
As in Keenan Ivory Wayans' daughter. That's a whole different comedy dynasty. The Wayans family has nothing to do with the Xaviers.
Exactly. We went back to the source material. The original article listed Bria Murphy Xavier as the main story right at the top, and then further down the list, as a totally separate item, was Nala Wayans, who was also pregnant.
So the automated content machine
Yeah.
just mashed them together.
It saw pregnant celebrity, Hollywood family, and Instagram. It just smashed these two completely unrelated people into one false fact.
That is just, it's wild. It shows how fragile the whole system is. The second you starve the content machine of fresh facts, it just starts making things up.
And it propagates that error at lightning speed. And when we zoom out, you can see two main ways the media tried to package this messy content.
Okay, what were they?
First was the listicle framework. You saw this with Essence. They positioned Bria as the lead in a bigger cultural celebration. All the black celebrity women pregnant in 2025.
So her story becomes part of a positive communal trend.
Right, and then you have the other approach, the content adjacency framework, the big entertainment sites.
And what's that?
They just treat the story as a traffic node. Bria's pregnancy news was right next to stories about, like, 90 Day Fiancé stars and pop singers. There's no connection. It's just pure click aggregation. Every story is just interchangeable traffic fodder.
So the Bria Murphy reveal proves that in modern Hollywood, controlling the image at an exclusive event can be way more powerful than controlling the statement on social media.
It's a huge takeaway. The consequence of her strategic silence wasn't just lazy journalism. It was a catastrophic failure in data integrity that forced the media machine to literally invent family ties.
So the question for you, the listener, becomes, which form of control truly defines celebrity power today? The perfectly crafted caption or the perfectly executed silent image that sends the whole media system into chaos?
A provocative thought.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder if more stars will start using this tactic.
You've been listening to Star Scoop Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.